I know you've been very open about wanting to revisit Freaky Friday.
Only recently.
You managed to alien Ryan in my body.
I'll be nice.
But don't kiss him.
Oh, Mom, I just had breakfast. That's disgusting.
Have you talked to Lindsay about this?
I'll talk to Disney.
Where would you like to see these characters
Well, she's got to be a
now?
grandma.
Yeah.
I mean, I got to be a grandma. And just watching Lindsay try to be a grandma makes me laugh, and then me being a grandma trying to take care of toddlers makes me laugh. So I'm assuming it'll be something, or it won't be anything, but we don't even know yet.
And maybe. I read another funny thing that you when you get texts from celebrities, you have
Yes.
like questions that you ask them.
Of course.
Have you, if you had a question from like Jared Leto?
Jared and I didn't work together, so if I
if
got
he
a
texted
text,
you, what would you?
Well, I don't know him, so I don't have a secret connection with him. It has to be somebody I've worked with, who I know.
You know.
So Lindsay, the example, of course, when I got a text from her out of the blue one day, I hadn't talked to her in a year or so. I got, "Hey, Jamie, it's Linz." I said, "Prove it." And she goes, "What do you mean?" I said, "What was the song that you and I tried to learn the rap in the middle of while we were shooting the French fry scene in the car in Freaky Friday when we were stuck in the car for hours?" And then she wrote back the answer,
Yeah.
which is "Like I Love You" by Justin Timberlake, and it's the Clips rap in the middle of that song that we were sitting there with a tape, it was a tape deck in the car, and we had a pad, and they were shooting the cameras all around, but when they're reloading or whatever, and we're like, "Ma, what you want to do?" Okay, stop rolling. Eat French fries, do the scene, cut, reload. "Ma, what you want to do? I'm in front of you, grab a friend, see, I can have fun with two."
Ma, what you wanna do? I'm in front of you. Grab a friend, see, I can have fun with two.
I remember every line from every movie. Here is Laurie Strode's question in the class in the 1978 movie. Costain wrote that fate was somehow related only to religion, whereas Samuels felt that fate was more like a natural element, like earth, air, fire, and water.
Damn, man.
That was February 1978.
That's impressive.
I was certain that I saw him watching me.
What is it like for you to say goodbye to Laurie? Was it emotional?
Duh. Yes, it's emotional. It's filled with emotions. It's multi-faceted emotions, because it's, on one hand, I'm saying goodbye to just literally the physical crew I work with, my director, who I've made 3 movies with, and this community of artists that I work with every day. Then I am ultimately saying goodbye, if you're a fan, to you. I'm saying goodbye and I'm saying thank you all at the same time. I have only, what I have as a human being is because of Laurie Strode, and I'm saying goodbye to it.
It all ends now.
Everything good in my life is from Laurie Strode. Nothing in my life doesn't trace back to Laurie Strode, and so to say goodbye to her permanently is incredibly emotional, filled with gratitude, filled with wonder and amazement that here I sit on my Beatles birthday year, talking about her and what she's meant to people.
Yeah. Is this actually goodbye? If another creative team picks up the thread in, 7 years, 5-7 years,
You know what?
would you be interested in revisiting Laurie?
I'm interested. There's an integrity that I've tried to carry with me. The love and respect that I get because of Laurie Strode around the world, it's not because of Jamie, it's because of Laurie. But Jamie and Laurie have ultimately, it's like that glue commercial where they, put a little drop
The
and then you
bond is
can't pull
formed.
them apart. We can't pull us apart. And so all of the love and energy that I get about Laurie is really also about me. And it's just this beautiful, beautiful relationship that I'm saying goodbye to, and filled with my gratitude for all of these years of support. I find it hard to imagine that another creative entity is going to come up with a way to talk about Laurie and Michael and that relationship or that conflict, that collision, in a way that's going to make sense to me. David Gordon Green, out of the blue, in 2017 called me, and the 2018 movie was a really interesting idea.
You don't believe in the boogeyman?
I believe in Michael Myers, a deranged serial killer, but the boogeyman, no.
Well, you should.
What happens to people when they've been traumatized and haven't had any mental health support? And that exploded, that movie.
Yeah.
And this last movie, it also honors the fact that her daughter has died, and you see what a little mental health support actually can give a person, which is you can live alongside grief. It doesn't have to overwhelm you. And I think that's important.
He killed my daughter. But tonight, I will kill him. Come and get me.
And so I think we've said it all.
Yeah.
And I just can't imagine, I mean, Guillermo del Toro, let's go. I mean, you know what I mean? I mean, sure there are people who might, but I don't think so.
You can't see it from where you're sitting right now. Yeah.
No,
I get
and
that.
I probably also shouldn't. Like, it feels very complete to me.
Yeah. Talk to me about filming this final showdown between Laurie and Michael. David said you would come in and find ways to up the bar.
You came here to kill me, so do it.
I just didn't want it to look like a movie fight. My stunt double, Ashley, is a talented woman, but she takes her lead from me. It's not vice versa.
Right.
And she really kept saying, what do you want? How do you want it? And unfortunately, movie fights look like movie fights to me. They just do. And so kind of my directive, I think there's a video going around where I'm a little bossy in a rehearsal space.
Anything that's gonna look raw and brutal.
As long as it doesn't look like a movie fight, I will be happy.
I wanted it to look real. I wanted it to look like this final conflict was real. And there is a moment where we were figuring out I mean, it has to be choreographed.
Right.
You have to know what you're doing because we don't want people to get hurt. At the same time, you're gonna get hurt because you're coming in conflict. I don't care how prepared you are, how padded you are, it doesn't matter, you're gonna get hurt. But you don't want somebody to get seriously hurt.
Right.
You don't want to break a bone
No.
or something because then you shut production down. Then it costs money. It's all about money.
Yeah.
So there was a moment in the battle where I was in the room. I said, what I really want is something so unexpected and brutal that just people are gonna be like, wait, what?
Yes.
And I said, I want you to do it, and I want you to do it on camera. I don't want it to be a cut where it's Ashley. I don't want Ashley to do it, I want it to be me. And it's in the movie.
Yeah.
Because that level of what you're not expecting to see I think that's important.
Is there a part of you thinking like, what have I done?
No.
This
No.
is very physical.
No.
I don't shake this off the way I did when I was 19.
I don't shake it off the way I did when I was 19, and I certainly was, you know, I knew I'd been in a fight the next day for sure.
Yeah.
But, you know, I mean, come on.
Yeah, it's
horror
fun.
movie.
These are it.
It's a horror movie.
It's fun.
Don't you want to see a battle?
Yeah, of course.
That's the battle.